There we go. Okay, welcome everyone back to the Art of Inner Coherence, our free masterclass, and this is part two. So, today I want to invite you to, you know, get a little bit more into your creative flow. I want to invite you to relax into your body. The inner coherence, it really matters a lot. And as I said in part one, so if you haven't seen part one, please go back and watch it because it's the foundation of everything that we're talking about. And this part two, is giving you a little taste of the soulfully aligned intuitive painting journey. So, as an artist, I have been raised painting. My father was an artist and he taught me how to oil paint at our kitchen table when I was probably 8 or 10 years old. So, art has been a big part of my life. But as I got older, I found that it was a struggle. I was wanting to paint and it didn't always work out. So I would kind of paint for a while and then come out of it and go for a couple of years. As I was raising kids, I didn't paint a whole lot. But I happened across intuitive painting with my friend Whitney, who I'm going to Spain with in 2 days for an art retreat. I'm so excited. We have a spot left if anyone wants to jump in last minute. One spot. But we're going to be having a beautiful little art getaway with some lovely ladies um, in a home that has a pool in Granada. We're going to have a great time. So I'm really looking forward to that. But anyways, um, what came into my world at that time was intuitive painting. Intuitive painting is not about the product, although we do all want to have a beautiful painting in the end. Intuitive painting is the most absolute best way to learn how to paint, to play with paints, to jump into, experiencing moving paint around on the canvas, blending colors, looking at different colors, getting familiar with the colors, and getting comfortable with the paintbrush or your finger, whatever you want to paint with. But my intuitive painting journey walks you through having fun in a very peaceful, relaxed way. And in each little session, I do give you some painting tips. So I do add in elements and principles of design into each module, but it's done not in the way that I learned, which bored me to tears, and I could never actually remember the elements of design because it was like the what? I don't get it. This way is more hands-on. So we're going to talk about color, we're going to talk about shape and composition and blending colors and how to make something take form from a two-dimensional to three-dimensional, how to bring light in. So all of that is blended in the 8 modules. So I'm going to give you a little taste today of what that looks like. Um, I want you to feel comfortable and confident, feel safe as you create, because painting sure does activate the nervous system if you've never painted before. I always begin my painting sessions by creating sacred space because this intuitive painting is I'm going in and I'm listening to my higher self, my heart, my inner wisdom. I'm taking time to connect to what I call my soul. When I talk about soulfully aligned, I'm talking about, being in your heart, being aligned in your body with the earth and into the higher source, whatever that looks like for you. And what I found out, I'm going to light my candle here. What I found out was that my body, even though my heart and my soul had gone through a lot of growth, consciousness growth. I was living soulfully aligned. You know, love my meditations. I was doing my journaling and free write and connecting to my soul. I can channel my soul. I can attune to it and bring messages through for other people. My body was not there. And this was an awakening for me. My body was stuck in old fear frequencies and old frequencies of pattern, maybe not even my own, maybe ancestral, but a lot from life, traumas, things I've gone through. As we get older, we get more and more fear to follow our soul, to go and have fun in life. And the reason for that is because of our past experiences of hurts and traumas and grief and failures in our mind, failures, right? So I've been through a lot. I've been through bankruptcy in a business early in in my late 20s. I had been through a childhood of trauma. We'll just leave it at that. We kept moving forward. We've had health scares with our children. Like there's been a lot of things that have hit me from the side and made me kind of go, okay, maybe life isn't so safe as I thought it was when I was younger. I was so excited to go forward. So, what we need to do now is restore that safety back into our body. We need to release those old frequencies, become aware of them, and restore ourselves back to knowing that it is safe. Because we know in our heart, we know in our mind, it's good. We're going to make it. We're going to work through whatever we need to work through. We're going to create lives that are beautiful, vibrant, expanded. But our body might be saying, no, no, resist. Nope. And so what that looks like on the outside is that things aren't lining up for you the way you want them to. If you have a business, it's not moving forward in the way that you keep wanting. And that's what I was seeing. I was seeing like there's distortion here between or dissonance between what my heart, my mind, and my soul was calling me to and what was coming reflecting back to me. And so I love that painting, intuitive painting, can bring us into the present moment, can bring us into peace in our body, where we can begin to communicate to our body and tell ourselves that, okay, we're fine. In this moment, everything is fine. Everything is beautiful. I am feeling peace as I play with this paint. The more time we spend there, the better, right? And the more we are aware of what our body is doing in the in-between times of painting or meditating or walking in nature or journaling, in the in-between times, we need to bring our awareness in, be fully aware of what our body is feeling, because your body will behave in the patterns it's used to. And I mentioned this yesterday where my body was reacting, getting that raw, itchy scalp when I was in stressful situations that really weren't that stressful. I could handle it, but my body was still going, okay, this is not good. We're reacting. Our body will clench. We will bring our energy in. And if we can, as many moments through the day as we can, pause, breathe, notice, and go, it's safe. I am safe. And just bring that beautiful love in. So I'm going to pin my canvas here for you, or spotlight that. Actually, I'm going to remove my spotlight. There we go. Okay, now everybody see my canvas here? Yes, good. Okay. So let's get started on this. It's this whole beautiful way of bringing peace and love and joy into your life. And not only that, but we are opening space for our higher wisdom. So your higher wisdom will come through with messages through color, through shapes, symbols. Okay, so this is white sage, what I use for cleansing and clearing. You can also use, I also have a spritzer of hydrosol oils. You can use those beautiful oils. Carrie knows all about that. She gives us beautiful lavender spritzers. Um, you could spritz that on if you don't like the smoke, but I always use sage. I love the smell of white sage. My background is with the First Nations Indigenous training. I sat with a shaman for several years learning when I was younger. Okay, so I just cleansed my canvas, cleansed my space, and it is me saying, I am now going to move into this other dimension, this other place. I'm opening myself up to my higher wisdom. Sorry, I just set my papers in my paint. Didn't realize it was still wet. I was painting last night. I'm finishing up a few paintings for a gallery here, and didn't realize my palette was still wet, but that's good because I can use up some of these paints. So I am going to just use a big brush to start with, but I do have a couple smaller brushes here that I can switch out to. It's always good to change your brush when you get to a point where you're like, I don't know what else to do. Maybe I'll just change my brush and do a different color. So I want you to take a breath. Just breathe in here. I'm going to turn on some music and I'm going to walk you through this in a minute in a way that is fun and playful. But just inhale peace and just let go of any tension. Let your shoulders drop. Let your body soften. Allow yourself to be fully present. Notice how your body is feeling right now. If you're familiar with painting, you may be very relaxed and good. But I want you to just bring calm into your body. Breathe it in. Imagine color, energy swirling around you in waves of soft light. And just know that each color carries energy. And today, the color that ends up calling to you is your guide, your soul's whisper. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And I want you to just put on your palette or on a plate, whatever you're using, 2 or 3 colors that you feel called to. And I use a lot of Liquitex paints. So I'm going to put on some pink. I think I already have a bit of pink on there. And some yellows. I always like starting with light colors. It's just the way I am, but you may feel purples calling to you or blues. And I'm just going to share some sound here. To be able to walk you through this. Okay. Everybody ready? Awesome. Close your eyes and take a long, slow breath in. Exhale, releasing anything heavy that you carried here today. Again, breathe in deeply. And exhale, letting go of tension, any thoughts, any to-do lists. Now opening your eyes, bring your attention to the canvas before you. Imagine it as a wide open sky at dawn, limitless, pure, inviting. With each brush stroke, you're taking a breath into your soul. Choose the colors of your own language of freedom. Let them speak for you. Allow your brush to move however it wants. Circles, lines, swirls, splashes. There's no right or wrong here. Just movement. Just play. Allow your body to soften as you paint. Allow the chatter of the mind to fade away. Each stroke brings you deeper into presence. Each color anchors you into now. You're not here to create something perfect. You're here to create space within yourself, to open a portal between your higher wisdom, your soul, and your heart. Let go of all your doubts, your stresses, your distractions as you paint on the canvas. Release them and feel the lightness that takes their place. This is your sacred opening. This is your breath of freedom. What does freedom feel like for you? Paint that onto your canvas. Allow yourself to just sink into the feeling of freedom. This is you arriving fully into your soul's creative space. Continue painting in this feeling of freedom. Just let your hands flow as your breath flows. Trust the process. Trust the moment. You're here. You are free. You are beginning. And so that is the first layer. It's easy, it's playful. There's no requirement, there's no rule. You don't have to do it in any certain way. You just breathe and paint. And you can allow your paintbrush to move as you breathe in and then move as you breathe out. What you want to be doing is getting to a point where you go, ah, this feels good. Where your whole body relaxes and starts to get into it, where you start to forget about what's going on in your life. And suddenly you are just playing with color and paint. And you're noticing how the colors blend, what makes it look vibrant, what maybe makes it look a little muddy. And you just get to play that way. Now, this is just the first layer. And in the intuitive painting journey, there are 8 modules. And each one doesn't even have to be very long. You can, block an hour, or you could block just a few minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. I would let this dry, and then I'll do a little bit more with you guys. But now I would kind of go, well, okay, I painted with pinks and yellows and oranges. Let me pick some different colors for the next layer. Let me play with some blues or purples or turquoise and teals and greens. I think I'm going to pick some greens for my next layer. And once you get to this relaxed state, then the next part is, okay, I want more peace in my life. I want to release all the fear, the old patterns of fear out of my body. I want to release the fear frequencies. And so we're going to infuse the canvas with those intentions. The intention to just let go. And we're going to use it in positive ways. We're going to write on here with paint, or you could use a paint pen. I don't know where my paint pens are at the moment, so I'll just use paint. But, you could be saying, I am safe to create. I am safe to be in my body. I am safe to expand and create in this life. I don't have to live a small life. I am safe to expand. I am safe to let myself dream again. I am ready to dream again and release. Let me find my affirmations from yesterday if I have them here. So at the end of yesterday, we were talking about bringing safety into our body. Every cell in my body remembers peace. I love that one. I release survival and I return to flow. I am safe to create, safe to receive, and safe to thrive. I'm going to find my paint pens because I'm going to do that. I'm going to write those on my canvas with my paint pen, but you can also use a paintbrush. Let me just get my paint pens. Okay, I can't find them. Yes, I'm that kind of artist where everything is everywhere. So I'll use paint. I have some liquid. uh, I have golden liquid paints too, which are lovely for painting with. And this one is purple. And I think I'm going to use it. And use my small paintbrush and write those affirmations on here. The nice thing about acrylics as opposed to oil paints is they dry quickly for you. Mine isn't quite dry yet, but it's almost there. So, and if you guys have any questions about paint or brushes, just you welcome to unmute or put it in the chat and I will take a peek here. And I want to stress that, we're not doing anything new when we talk about inner coherence. You've been probably doing some of this already, but it's an intentional awareness that we're bringing to it now. Because there may be, like I said, fear frequencies that you've been holding from a past experience that is keeping you from moving forward. If you are in full aligned coherence, where your heart, your mind, your soul, and your body are all attuned like a finely tuned instrument, all at the same frequency, they are in coherence. You are a powerful manifester, creator. But if something is out, and we know that if we have thoughts in our head that are feeling like saying, oh, you can't do it, or being critical or judgmental, it's going to interfere with what we manifest. If we have resistance in our body through old fears, it's going to interfere what it is we want to manifest. If we are not in our heart, if we are in our ego, trying to believe that we're in our heart, but we're in our ego, it's going to interfere with what we want to manifest. And so all of the things that we do in soulfully aligned women are to bring us into full coherence with our heart, our mind, our body, and our soul, so that we can rise powerfully and keep moving forward, bring our gifts out to the world, and help create a world that is a better place than what we're experiencing right now. Peace and joy, people able to move around on the planet freely without fears, people able to live lives instead of just working till they die, but they get to actually get their soul yearnings fulfilled. We were never meant to be in scarcity. We were meant to come here with freedom to experience this life journey, to experience being here. Our soul came into this body for an experience. It did not come in for resistance, for struggle and scarcity. And so our job is to remember that, is to come back into remembering this. intuitive painting is powerful because it brings you into presence and your breath. Your power is right here in this moment. It gives the left brain something to do instead of thinking and resisting and doubting. It actually gets the left brain busy with what we're doing. And that allows the right brain, the creative flow, to flow in. And when that happens, we begin to receive messages from our higher wisdom, from our higher self, from our guides, angels, whatever you want to call it. But the realizations come through, the answers to problems come through, the inspiration of what to do next comes through. The more creative you are, the more creativity flows, the more the messages flow. So let me put my other one in here. So I release survival. And we are in a very potent time right now, astronomically, where some pretty amazing high frequencies are coming in to raise the consciousness of the earth. And then in order to do that, we need to be letting go of these old energies that are taking up space and blocking. Okay. What I've found is the more we can remember this, the more we can bring this into our awareness every day and not get distracted by everything else that is going on out there in the world, the more we release. We don't have to remember why we're holding these fears, what they are, where, anything. We just pay attention to our body, pay attention to our intention to release. I release these fears. I remember that I am safe. I remember that I return to flow. I release it in my body, and you instantly feel that. And so I'm going to be doing a live Art of Inner Coherence mini program through December, where we're going to meet 5 times through December to do. I've got a journal for you. I've got prompts, and we'll be doing specific meditations to release fear frequencies out of our body, to come back into flow so that we can open and receive our blessings, our gifts, and bring those out to the world. We will see that opportunities come in. It's going to be beautiful. So I have 2 things for you guys to offer you as well, actually 3, because I also have the sanctuary with all of the beautiful meditation apps or meditations in it. So one more here. I'm writing, I'm an open vessel for divine love and grace. I'm going to just play another little section of music for the second layer and give you some quiet time to just maybe change brushes. Maybe go to a smaller round brush and begin to play with some of the shapes that you have on your canvas already. Remembering that I have no idea what this canvas is going to end up like in the end. No idea at all. I have no intention to, paint an owl or paint anything in particular. I am just being present in the moment, connecting to my body, allowing my breath to move and flow with this painting. That's all it's about. And, for people that have never painted before, what a beautiful way to play with paint, right? What a beautiful way to just experience. Well, what color should I start with? Start with any color you want. What color is calling to you? What's your favorite color? What color speaks to you? Let's play with that color. That is all we're doing. So let me get the music on for you. Hmm. Oops. Try that again. Bear with me for 1 minute so I get this up for us. Okay. There we go. My familiar background music. Some of you know this music. I have put some turquoise and some brilliant yellow, green, and white on my palette, and I'm going to play with that. Using a smaller round brush. Like candy. gonna let you keep painting as I talk here. So layer by layer, we play, and then we can also sit back after a few layers and look into our painting and think, what is there? What do I see? What kind of shapes are there? Very much for me is swirling, flowing lines here, which I didn't plan. It just came out that way. And when I think about it, it's like, yeah, I am in the flow right now. I truly am. I've been working on healing these fears and worries in my body. And I am feeling so good, so relaxed. And I tell you, my programs are doing very well. My paintings are selling. I'm going to deliver paintings today. And this is a really great feeling. So what I have to offer for you is the intuitive painting journey, the soulfully aligned intuitive painting journey. That is already pre-recorded 8 modules that you can go through at your own pace. And this is a taste of what you get, only more. There's a beautiful workbook journal in there with writing prompts to help you go deeper into each layer. There are beautiful little mini videos in there, a couple of them that teach you about color mixing, that teach you about composition. They're all meditative journeys, every layer. You will find yourself feeling so much peace and release as you move through those. And you can do it again and again and again, because every single time you go through those 8 modules, those 8 layers, you will have something different show up on your canvas. And at the very end of the 8 modules, you will have beautiful images and symbols that speak to you from your higher wisdom, that are there specifically to help guide you through this part of your life right now. Now that is only, right now it's introductory offer. It's $144 for the whole program. What I also have to offer you, if you love the live gatherings, we are going to meet 5 times through December. It's a sacred journey with me, the soulfully aligned art of inner coherence. And it is going to be incredibly powerful to help us deep dive into releasing and creating space in our bodies. It's a journey to restore safety, to release fear, and attune to your soul's intelligence. There'll be guided meditations designed specifically to release fear frequencies from your body and bring you into harmony with higher frequencies that are coming in. The dates chosen are chosen because of potent astrological alignments. There's going to be teachings about releasing the old survival patterns and opening up to your soul. It's live, so you get the opportunity for some one-on-one, like, here's what I'm doing, and here's what's working, what's not working. It's a very small group. There's a Restoring the Body's Trust Journal workbook for you. So individual reflection time and coaching, and a beautiful supportive space. And so this is happening, and the dates are December 4th, 8th, 12th, 19th, and 23rd, which you'll get more information on that. They will either be at this time or in the evening. so that we can be sure we're working with time zones, but I'm pretty flexible too. So as the group meets, we'll make sure the times and dates work for everyone. And it also is $144 Canadian. And all I will do is send you a link for the payment and you will be in. So that's all it is. And I hope you will come for this, just to prepare for 2026. We're in the year of the snake right now, which is, I'm going to put my face on here, remove this spotlight. And there we go. So we're in the year of the snake, which is transformation. Snake is belly to the earth. Snake is remembering, right? And releasing old, letting the skin shed away. And we're being asked right now, we're still like dissolving in the cocoon. We are being asked to let go. Let go, let go, let go. I know I've been hearing songs with that in as I wake up in the morning. I'm hearing that, we got to let it go. And I am allowing myself to release everything, every expectation, every fear, everything, to make space for what is coming. Next year is the year of the horse, which is fast-paced, moving forward, taking what we learned, taking all the new frequency energies and moving out with it. Not in a horrible, like, oh my gosh, no, we can slow the horse down and move at our pace. We get to choose that. But the thing is if we do not release the old frequencies, the old patterns, the ancestral patterns, that's our job here. That's our job right now, is we are releasing these things for our ancestors. I know this so deeply in my heart. And so if we don't release it, we can't fill a cup that's already full. We have to release and open to anything. And so the meditations that I have for you are specifically designed to help you do that. And I have a bonus for you. So anybody that signs up between now and Friday will get the extra painting journey or painting meditation. So you heard one today, and then I have another one for you that's called Flow of the River. And I'm going to give you that also for you to paint away with. So I'm going to place in the chat a couple things. First, I'll put the intuitive painting journey. I would do both. Personally, I would do both, because you not only have the painting journey to be coming to whenever you need, and you can do it, you'll have it for life, so you go over and over and over again. But you also then will have us live group support and remembering to walk through and release these fears, and you're going to get a lot of help and tips on how to do that. And I would also, while I'm at it, I would also recommend that you look at the Soulfully Aligned Women app, the Sanctuary, and looking for my links here, because the Sanctuary has in it over 40 guided meditations, and they are all designed to help you come into coherence, in alignment with your heart and soul. And that is $11.11 per month. It's a subscription. So if you're so inclined to set yourself up for success, the intuitive painting journey will take you on a beautiful journey. The sanctuary gives you that support. You can listen to the meditations while you're walking. You can do meditations like several times a day. There are 8 painting meditations on there also, as well as ones specifically to release anxiety, to bring in abundance, all sorts of them. So the stripe checkout one doesn't have a title there. That is for the December Sacred Journey, the art of the soulfully aligned inner coherence, the art of coherence, sorry. And I will just put in there before we go the link for the sanctuary also. There we go. There we go. They're all in there. You can grab them and save them if you want. They will also be in the email when I send this recording out. It will be in there. And I hope this has been helpful for you and that you've enjoyed this time together with me painting in the studio. Keep going, keep putting layers on your painting and see what comes from that. And if you so choose, go join some of those links to continue working with me. I love doing this. This is what we're about. And Soulfully Aligned Women is a free community for you to stay in, to stay connected with us. I feature Soulfully Aligned Women in this community. I ask you to follow them because they're beautiful women that have done the work. They have walked the path. They are walking the soulfully aligned path and bringing their talents and gifts out to the world. And then I encourage you to, of course, join more of my masterclasses, join any mentorships that we have, like these ones that I've just offered, or just hang out with us and be here. And if you do join the mentorships, then you will be featured also eventually one day. So I've only just begun on my list of beautiful soulfully aligned women. So thank you all for being here. I am going to sign off and I encourage you to keep painting. Let me know if you have any questions. You can also book a chat with me. However, I'm leaving for Spain for 10 days on Friday. I won't be able to do anything till I get back on the 25th of November. So thank you. Thank you. All right. You guys have a great day. Bye.